There is a really quick and easy way that you can make a box. So I'm going to show you the easiest way possible. And I'm going to need my large scissors. These are just cards that I use for wrapping, or what the laces come on and that. I'm going to need my ruler. And I don't know, let's just see. I need to cut these ends off, that's for sure. So this is going to be a 4 inches by 4 inches. 4 inch by, no, we'll do a 4 by 6, I think. I'll do a 4 by 6. I'm going to need 2 of these. You need 2 sides, 4 sides. If you're doing it 4 by 4, that's fine. I'm going to do a 4 by 6. So I need to do another 4 inches. And then another one there. And I'm also going to do the 2 sides. I should get them out of that. So we're going to do 4 by 4 and just cut one in half. Turn that around. This one we need to mark at 4, which is there, and then 8, which is there, and again 8 and 4. Like that. So I'm just going to cut those. I mean, just using the knife, the nifty knife, and I'm going to speed it up. Always make sure you put your lid on your knife. Safety. Right, okay. So, I'm not bothered about the base just yet, because you can do that once you've put this together. And you want to make sure that you get a good base. So, you've 2 at 4 by 6 inches, and you've got 2 at 4 by 4 inches. So, what we're going to do, just glue these together. We could. But what I'm going to do is use some structure strips. And I have my structure strips here. Now I have these done ready. And all I have to do is to take my structure strip. They're cut at 2 centimetres, 2.5, something like that. You just need to get that down the middle, roughly. Okay. I'm going to use the back of my knife. Not the sharp bit, the one behind it, at the back. And just do that. And then we fold that. Now if you've got a bone folder, which I have here, pencil will do. Doesn't have to be, you know, anything like this. I just happen to have one, that's all. Now they're not folded exactly in half, but that's near enough. So that's my structure strips. Now I don't want these any bigger than that, so you just cut to size basically. So I need to do another couple, because obviously you need 4. Let me just make sure that will fit that one. See, that'll just fit perfect, and the other one you just need to snip off a little bit. That's it. And just fold that over. Use the bone folder. And that just puts a really good crease in there for you. And then obviously we're going to need to cut these. That's that one, and the other one we'll cut off as well. Okay. So now what we've got, just put those back, so I only need the 4 at the moment. There's 4 structure strips, 2 times 4x4 pieces of chipboard, and then 2 at 4 times 6 inches. Put the bone folder back, move the ruler. Now we're just going to put these together. So you take a structure strip. This is before, now hang on, my glue gun wasn't on, hang on. And like I said, you have to make sure that you're using the, because you're going to sit them on top of it. You either sit them behind each other or you sit them on top. But both sides have to be matching, so that you can't sit one behind and then sit the next one on top, because you're going to end up with a skew widthy box. So you're going to glue your structure strip to that, and then you will glue that one to there. Before we do that, we need to cover these. So I'm just going to put all my structure strips together, and then we're going to cover these. And I am going to be using my canvas napkin, because I might as well. It's here to use. So these are the canvas ones, and they're really good. I could put that on one end, but I'm going to avoid that if possible. So I'm just taking the smallest piece first. Let's see if it'll fit this. Yeah, that's fine. So I first need to cut this end off. Like that. You need at least 1.5 centimetres. A centimetre would do, but it's not going to be enough. So you need at least 1.5 to 2 centimetres either side. So I'll just move that out of the way. Yeah. I think what we'll do as well is make a button for this. Yes, I'm going to make a button. So we'll take the glue. Okay. And then we're just going to cover this first. Pushing that on. Hope you can see this. Like that. Flatten that out. Turn it around. Do the exact same thing. Push that in, so you're flattening that glue out. Gives it a nice neat finish. And then what I'm going to do is to trim the corners. You just snip them like that. And then you glue them down, just in there. Just glue that down. Like that. Glue it in. Like so, just do that. But then I'm going to cut mine, and I'm going to do it that way, like an envelope. Don't cut right to the edge. Find out where your edge is and just give it a snip. And then what we do is a bit of glue there. And then we can push that over like that, and you get a really nice, neat finish. See, like that? That's really good. Exactly what we need. like that. Push that in, flatten that down, because we're going to cover this as well, so don't worry about that. But you see how easy it is. Now you need to cover them all. I've written on mine, so you won't have that. You can do it in pencil. I didn't do mine in pencil. So I now need to do that with all of these. And then when they fit together, using the structure strip, look at that, nice neat edge. It's just a simpler way than to cut the whole thing out in one big, you know, pattern and then have to curve it all in, and it's just an easier way to do it. Really, really easy. It just stops that bulkiness, that's all. Okay, so we're fine with that. So now what we've got to do is to attach the pieces together. So I'm taking my structure strips and I'm just going to glue one side. Oh, nearly did that wrong. Nearly did that wrong. Oh, it's the wrong way. Put that into there. Like that. And I'm going to fold it in that way. And then we're going to take one of these. And we just pop that on there like that. So you can just press that in. So the next piece that will go on here is the square one again. So that will now fit onto there. You're going to do that and fit that onto there. I might be that way actually, mate. That's it. So just fit that on. See, and you've got that. That's fine. I'm happy with that. And then this one again. We're going to fix this on. So it needs to go on there like that. See, like that. Fix the other one on. Like that. And then this fixes onto that. So we just push that up, put that in place. Just going to swap that around so I can press that down. Oops. Like that. And then this one goes on to there. Just turn it round. You might find it a little bit fiddly, but it's not. It's not as bad as it looks. See, like that? And then you just trim off your structure strips. So I've just glued it, the camera cut out, so I've just glued that and pushed that onto there. And this is where you've got to make sure you've got it right. So see, like that, so you've got to level that up. It's not as hard as it looks. And just that level, yep, looks level to me. Squash that down like that. If you don't feel confident in doing it this way, which is not a hard way, so long as you can see that looks as it should, you know, then you can put the base on before you cover the whole box. Now I'm just going to pull that in and then drop that out, and that will stick the box down. So like I said, all I've done is I've glued the two ends, glued them onto the base, made sure that is levelish. And then I'm just moving that in, pulling it out so you're catching that glue, see, like that. Pinning that down, wiping that off, like that, just holding that down, making sure that's glued. That one's glued and that one's glued now, yep. And then what I can do is to cut that off. Just cut the corners off if they need it, which that's fine. I'm happy with that. And like I say, your structure strips are holding it together. You've glued the base. So all you have to do now is to add some inside fabric. And then what you can do then is to start and decorate it. Right, and then we're going to take another piece that's going to go all the way around the box. So we need that 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I joined it on that side, I think. Did I? I don't know where I joined it now. I can't tell. There, I think joined it there. Okay, so we'll do again the same again. And you've got a perfectly good box. You can line it up then, you know, put a lining in it. You can even make a lid for it. And the way to make your lid is you cut a piece wider than the box. And then the next piece you cut and glue to the lid underneath is one that fits inside the box. So this was 6 by 4, so you do it slightly smaller and it won't move about. and then you can layer it and layer it and layer it. I've shown you videos before. Go and have a look at the ones where I've done boxes and you'll see what I mean. They're easy to do, they're not hard, but this was just an easier way for you to put it together if you weren't that confident about doing it the way I've shown you on other videos. It's in sections, yes, but it doesn't matter. And these bits here, you can snip them off. Just take some scissors, snip them down like that. That's why I don't glue them right up to the top, so when you put your felt cover in, it's covered, you know. No one would know. It's sturdy, it's strong, it's not going to go anywhere. Just line it, but I did say I'd put a button on it, so that's the front, I think. Yeah, so you take a piece of chipboard, and I'm just going to cut. Let me just see. I need one that big, I think. Yeah, we'll just draw around it. That'll do. It's near enough for me. I'm going to line all of this up. This, hopefully. Like that. It's just so it's got a pattern on it. Take some wadding. Let's just do this. So I'm just going to pop that on there for now. Like that. Pop that over that. And just see where that's going to be. I think that's it. Cut it about 1 centimetre around from the edge. Okay, take a little bit of glue and just do the odd one. And you can pop on to your project. You can have it there or there. I like it there, I think. Okay, so I'm just going to have my button there. And that's just give me a little storage box that I can pop in the bits and pieces on my desk, you know, to keep it tidy. Like that. And even add my bone folder, my needle dispensers, things. See? Great way of just adding all your bits and pieces that you use quite a lot. My lighter can go in there. My rubber, my little ruler. Great, isn't it? That's it. Easy as pie. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye for now.